Okay, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down ICP or Internet Computer Protocol. I'm going to show what I see on the charts, the pattern that I'm looking at right now that gives me confidence that this could be a coin that runs in the next bull market. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button if you find this video helpful. Okay, so I like to look at charts on the weekly time frame. It gives me a good indication of what's happening over the long term. And that's really important, especially with ICP, because ICP came out probably at the worst time. It came out in May of 2021, which was near the top of the market, the last bull market. And it came out and then basically just went straight down. And so people were in ICP and then it quickly got flushed out to the downside and has been really, really low ever since. But now we're in the start of a new bull market and there's new life, there's new sign of life with ICP. And as I mentioned in the intro, there's a pattern developing that gives me some confidence to think that we could see ICP go back to where it started. So on my chart, I have a 5-wave structure. This is a part of Elliott wave. I like using Elliott wave when looking at charts because that's just the way that I've understand to be able to see the market. And it uses a number of different factors in that strategy to kind of determine what price is doing. And because we know that price does not necessarily move in one direction at all times, it moves in waves. And so I have found Elliott wave, just for me personally, to really help me understand what's going on with charts. And I've seen a lot of patterns come up in crypto, especially in this start of this next bull run. And so I'm just going to break that down even further. Here is an example of a 5-wave impulse structure, which is one of the main tenets, the main principles of Elliott wave theory. This 5-wave structure is broken down into wave 1 that goes up, wave 2, which is a corrective wave 3, which is another impulse wave, back down for wave 4, which is another corrective wave, and then finally a wave 5 wave, which is the last impulse wave. And then it's followed by a series of corrective waves. Won't get into that in this video, but basically what we're seeing with Internet Computer at the price of $7.89 right now. On this chart, I can see the start of this 5-wave pattern. And even though we've been in this downtrend since May of 2021, when it first came out at the top of the market, I can see that it has kind of flattened out a little bit and we put in some corrective waves through this downtrend. And now we are starting to what I believe is a 5-wave structure. And so I've got that labeled already here on the chart. And there's a couple ways that we can confirm this. So in Elliott wave, the typical characteristics or tendencies of a wave 2 pattern is that it retraces to the 0.5, 0.618 or lower of the Fibonacci retracement tool. And so what I love about Elliott wave is that it does use Fibonacci and it just helps to be able to see and confirm certain patterns and the wave behavior. So we see price go up, drawing the Fibonacci from the swing low all the way up to the swing high. We see price come down and touch a few different places. We see it touch and just wick at the 0.618 level. And then it's really consolidating around that 0.5 level, basically meaning it's retraced halfway down to this level. And just one thing to point out, I am on a logarithmic scale, so that does make a difference. So you'll actually see that the Fibonacci tool shows different numbers when you're not on a logarithmic scale. I like looking at a log scale just because with these crazy price movements of crypto, I'm able to see more of it. It kind of condenses some of those price movements and you can see more of the chart. But nonetheless, just make sure that you have, if you're going to use the Fibonacci tool, make sure you have the setting if you go up to the settings and select use fib levels based on log scale. And when you're not on log scale, it'll just be normal. So on both the log scale and the linear scale, I guess, there's very significant retracement. So even on the regular linear non-log scale, you can see that price went up and then came back to the 0.786, which is a very potent level. In fact, I have this area shaded in green just because in crypto, I see that wave 2 come there quite a bit. And that gives me even more confidence in knowing that this could definitely be a wave 2 forming. So one other way to confirm is by looking at the candlestick pattern. So let's actually remove the Elliott wave. And the candlesticks are also important indicators as to maybe giving us more probability or possibility of the price moving in a certain direction. And what I've been seeing a lot of, especially right now in this start of the bull market, are these bullish engulfing candles. And in fact, we have a couple of them that have formed in this area right here. And so we had the Fibonacci tool, which is basically showing price come down to this almost $7 level. And when we see bullish engulfing candles anywhere there's near support, that's a good sign that we might have a reversal. So we have one right here. And the bullish engulfing candle, the green candle will basically engulf the body of the previous candle. And so you can see that the body of the green candle surpassed the body of the red candle. You can also see that here, basically right here last week, we got this bullish engulfing candle. And so that to me is a sign that eventually we will be headed up for a new trend. And so that's where I'm looking to actually enter. In fact, I've actually entered already just this week right here. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you what I have done and what my strategy is. And so with that being a wave 2, what I think is potentially the bottom of wave 2, and in fact, we're also getting some support here. Let's see. So right here at the bottom of this wave 2, we actually are, we had some prior resistance, and now that has turned into support. So that's a key level. I think that we're going to get a turnaround, a reversal to start wave 4. And so now you can kind of see the reasons why I like using log charts. You'd have to squish all of this down, but I just come over here to hit the L and turn that into a logarithmic scale, and it's a little bit easier to see. So now I think that price will continue up for wave 3. Now, where do I think wave 3 is going to go? One of the ways that we can measure is by using another tool called the Fibonacci trend-based extension tool. And so what we do is we measure one wave and then compare it to another wave. And in Elliott wave, wave 3 cannot be the shortest wave. It cannot be the shortest. Typically, wave 3 is the longest wave and the sharpest wave up. And so this could be a great opportunity to pick up some of that momentum that we're going to see in this bull run. So typically what I'll do is I will measure from the bottom of wave 1 to the top of wave 1 and then bring it to the start of wave 3. So now on these lines is comparing the length of wave 1, but now with wave 3. So at this one level, that would be if wave 1 is the same length of wave 3. But we know that wave 3 is typically the longest wave. So I would think at the very least, we would get to the 1 level. Oftentimes with wave 3, we will get to the 1.618 level before we get a pullback for wave 4. So I obviously think that we're going to see some nice upward movement, even from where we are right now. That would be a 2,000% gain. So we're talking about a 20x a 20x from where we are right now. I think that's totally possible in this bull run. I mean, we've seen some crazy things with crypto. And so I have been buying right here, and I'm going to look to see a target at least of one conservatively. I might take some profit there, but I think we can continue on to get to the 1.618 level, which would be a 2,000% gain, somewhere around $1.70. And it can continue on from there. It could actually go to the 2 level, which would be absolutely insane. We could go from here to the 361 level. That would be a 44x. It's possible. I'm not necessarily saying it's going to happen or what the probability is, but it is possible with crypto. And so if you look at the market cap of Internet Computer, we're sitting right at a little under 4 billion. 4 billion. So not too big. I mean, it is one of the larger cryptos at number 27 at the time of this recording. So I could see it getting to a market cap easily of 100 billion or more, somewhere between 100 and 200 billion. So that would fall in line with it being somewhere between a 20x or a 50x. A 20x from here would basically take it to about 80 billion. And then, 40 or 50x would take it, well into, between 150 billion. So I think it's possible just from what we've seen in crypto in cycles past. From there, not really sure, but I'm looking to maybe take profit somewhere at the 1618 level, maybe leave a little bit on and see if we can go any higher. But it's basically following this 5-wave structure. And so if you want to know a little bit more about Elliott wave, and you want me to do a video on that, drop a comment below. I'd love to share what I've learned with Elliott wave, as I am still learning more and more about it. But it has helped me tremendously in years past. And now that we're in this crypto bull run, I am seeing a lot of patterns shape up, and I think it's going to really help me get in and get out at the right point. So again, this is all for entertainment purposes. Do your own research, do your own analysis. But if you found this video helpful, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.